You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Hello, this is Grimace. Be sure to vote 1 to 10 on all music beats and video played on the show. Okay, bye.
I'm feeling the urges. Hit the city with my bra.
Let's go.
I'm making a purchase. Couple brushes with the law. I'm ducking and swerving. I might have to go and stack it, nigga.
Give me that.
I'm needing it urgent. You ain't even in my bracket, nigga. So what is the purpose? And I ain't even in my bag, my nigga. I'm scratching the surface.
What you doing? Write my verse in cursive, making these police nervous. Underground moving the surface. I move the clean as detergent. Ooh, I get the cream 'cause it's urgent. She try to lie like a virgin. Ooh, I don't rely on the verdict. Ooh, I just get high with the birdies. You don't decide the verbiage. Give me a beat and watch me murder. Ooh, I don't even try to hurt it. I just get mine and mind my curses. I aim for the police on purpose. Try to tell me what work is. 9 to 5 seem worthless. 99 I'm working. I just need my freedom, baby. Fucking all these demons lately, cursing for no reason. Ain't it? Jesus seems like he's a pain. I didn't get the bag. You can't say you know us if you gon' drop the bag. That's the only time I show up. I don't got time to grow up. Cash is all I throw up. 33333. Tell someone to quote us. Some gon' say I'm cursed. Some might say I'm chosen. You heard Jesus back. Bring the king some roses.
I got curses. Might need some churches. Lately I feel like a prophet. They study my verses. I might just go and withdraw. I'm feeling the urges. Hit the city with my broad. I'm making a purchase. Couple brushes with the law. I'm ducking and swerving. I might have to go and stack it, nigga. I'm needing it urgent. You ain't even in my bracket, nigga. So what is the purpose? And I ain't even in my bag, my nigga. I'm scratching the surface. Yeah. Let me get with the facts. Look at how they react. Started off with a pack. Flipped it all and got back. We possess what they lack. Ambition intact. Scope aim for the mat. David Blaine with a gat. They don't really see the impact. Broker hungry, yeah, I been that. Making moves, trying to get back. Now I'm making moves, trying to get blacks. Making them rounds. All of my niggas keep holding it down. Looking ahead and ignoring the clowns. Do not disturb me, I'm up in the clouds. Look at me now. When I get the bag, I'ma celebrate 'cause I earned it. Just send me back with a quarter bag and I'll burn it. Bitch, I'ma burn it. I'm liking the way she be looking at me when she turn it. Like when she turn it. On the highway, doing 105 with no permit. Brother, we out. No calling it quits. Stick to the code and we all get rich. Couple of shows and we all in the mix. I ain't perfect, that ain't hard to admit. Like a load that's really came from the mud. It ain't nothing if it ain't for the love.
Let's go.
My frame on
Let's
a
go.
level above.
Let's go.
Times change, no, it ain't how it was. I go.
You already know what it is. If you are here for the first time, we're pretty much a live music reaction and review show. Anybody,
I'm alive.
Whatever.
I almost died, but I'm
We're still
fine.
in a countdown right now.
God, I'm alright. Yeah. I almost died today. On the way to work, I was arriving late. I swerved out the way of that car and I overcorrected, so I shut my eyes and prayed. Jesus, 65 down 68. Yeah, I heard some way, should relax, not brace. Seatbelt on, fair born with a tree in my face. Looking like, dang, I'm fucked. Oh no. Then I hit that bitch with a back end, rolled a couple times, but the car still landed. Hey, me, I landed in the backseat. Hey, glass everywhere all around me. Fuck. Damn, I'm in someone yard now. Thank God I ain't hit that house. I ain't got no insurance, I've been driving without. Man, fuck that shit, I ain't paying that amount. I feel like Lazarus. Shit had me down for the count, I ain't having it. No, I ain't having it. Should've been dead, but I'm walking like Lazarus. I feel like Lazarus. Shit had me down. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. Rose from my grave, walking nowhere.
4 minutes, 49 seconds till we officially start. Share the stream, hit that like button, tag an artist. We just started.
How can I forget? How can I forget the things I went through? How can I forget? How can I forget the things I've been through? How can I forget? How can I forget? Never thought like it. How can I forget? How can I forget? I know I get through. Strange fruit in the kitchen. Watch the crack rest go off the dish. Don't mind me, I'm just reminiscing on things I seen in my vision. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I ate syrup sandwiches, never had allowances. I started making beats, then I started making heat. I had to get it off another way. I had to find me another way to make it out. I'm a hood baby, yeah, the hood raised me, and I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. They say I could change the world, maybe I could change the world. One person at a time. Let me stimulate your mind. We all been through the hard times. In the memories, we think about the dark times. And realize that those is the best times. How can I forget? How can I forget the things I went through? How can I forget?
We'll be starting in about
How can I forget the things I've been through.
3
How can I
minutes.
forget? How can I forget? Never thought I'd do. How can I forget? How can I forget? I know I get through.
If I never told you I love you, I motherfucking mean it.
All genres are
Got a
accepted.
space away, ain't no play today. When you find anything, It don't get offended if I call you my bitch, I said that for a reason. Come with your boy, hop on the board, cause I'm up in the way. I'm high as a plane. Everything okay, I just stay in my lane. Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the race. Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the race. I'm up in the way, I'm high as a plane. Everything okay, I just stay in my lane.
Stirring it up on my...
Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the race. Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the race. I walk in the party, I'm fly like a falcon, and I catch your hoe like I play for the Falcons. And freaky little bitch said she flew in from Boston. She been here all weekend, she visited college. I gave her my number and I told her to call me. And later that night when they
We got 2 minutes and 20 seconds till we officially start.
The yard didn't change a long way, running bricks through the lobby. We out here in Phoenix, these niggas, they demon, they graphing, they itching, they fiend for no reason. Yo, bitch, she fiending, she grabbing my penis. I'm on her spleen when I'm grabbing the weed. Switching position, let law what I'm hitting. I'm dropping the dick and you know what I mean. Fucking with Vicky and I'm loving her mentally. All of that ass, she rocking them jeans. I'm up in the way, high as the plane. Everything okay, I just stay in my lane. Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the race. Shawty, you bad, let's hop in the jet, let's do the
Boy, that girl.
Heavy. Walk on the platform, 9 3/4. All the borders be take you across the water to the school of Hogwarts, casting out all your darkest horrors. Yes, I'm sleek with the wrist, beat the swish and flick. Better yet,
What
my
up?
bonds are split.
Appreciate
Your
the
minds
gift,
to
appreciate the
drift.
gift.
In the land of Mrs. Commander, growing cannabis out of a briefcase. With magical beasts relaxing, you'll fight Puff the Magic Dragon, I bet. Hagrid is gassing with the creatures you can't imagine. Now it makes sense. They always have patience. Never forget how amazing you are. The pain in your scars don't make who you are or break who you are. Just put faith in your charms, young wizard. Don't you think too hard?
1 minute,
Just live your life.
59 seconds till we officially start.
Let it rock.
Hey,
Broomsticks fly.
hey.
Just take your time. When Guardian Leviosa. I wanna be high right now. Sitting comfy on my sofa.
You wanna get what?
I wonder if the sky comes down. We got a young Leviosa.
30
Be
seconds.
high right now, sitting comfy on my sofa. I wonder if the sky comes down. Did I mention that I'm in Slytherin house? I'm a sly dog, ask around about this powerful mouth. Cut the tongue, no grind the wall. Who's gonna stop me now? Not even the ministry of magic can come and lock me down. I got the elder one talking green gods like it's no place safer. Even down in the
10
chamber,
seconds.
the dark lord can't save you. And I never cared how I favor you fakers, so I don't really want you to take it wrong. You better believe that I'ma do my job. Never forget how.
You already know what it is.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Hello, this is Grimace. Be sure to vote 1 to 10 on all music beats and video played on the show. Okay, bye.
Autobots, share the stream.
No, we haven't played anybody yet. Oh, I can finally fix that. Thank you for figuring that. Wait, the intro?
Bro, it's 2 in the morning,
Damn,
fell asleep
son.
and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow
We
me to
literally
school
just
and copy
started,
me
we're in the
until I
countdown.
stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a
We doing
zombie,
10-minute
gnawing on a Nazi, probably in
countdown
a
at the start of the
uniform.
stream.
Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, big salute. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in right now. It is about 12:31 p.m. my time. What time is it for you guys? Where you guys watching from? Let us know. Welcome to the show. If you guys are here for the first time, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. That's right. You have beats. If you sing, if you rap, if you are in a band, you can send your stuff to our show. Please just don't send anything that is on the radio. So like we listen to Drake and Kendrick and Eminem and Busta Rhymes. Like, we listen to all those artists. They already have the exposure. This show is for independent artists, the ones who have never had a record deal yet. Y'all still on the grind trying to get to that, you know what I'm saying, level so that people can, you know what I'm saying, appreciate you in that right or whatnot. So with that said, you know, send y'all stuff in. The email is ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. If by any chance you've sent via my website, it comes to the same email, so no worries. It's completely free to get your music played on the show, but you can pay to skip that line if you do want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion or whatnot. I appreciate you for your patience, or whether or not you guys do skip. And if a lot of skips do come in throughout the show, we do giveaways by the end where you guys can win free beats, free mixes and masters, free features, free interviews on the show, free merch, and more. Like, listen, we do it all. And just for a little bit of background on me, I do rap, I produce, I mix and master myself. Have been making music since '97, so I'm not just some random dude who just decides to go live and listen to music. You know, I give you as much detail as I would if I were recording you guys, and if there are things that I would do better, or vice versa. If you guys are just fine and like you just need to move on to doing a music video to the record that you have, and vice versa, like where or how your record should be marketed. SKC, what's freaking good? Hunter, what's freaking popping? Shout out to everybody tapped in, of course, over here on the Tik-Tok and stuff like that. Let me see. CV Sky, what's freaking good? Blue Jay, you know what I'm saying? LaMarcus, what's popping? Let me go ahead and follow you guys. See you. T-Love and Cinco. Let me follow y'all as well. And I appreciate y'all for the likes and any support that y'all show. Let me go ahead and head right in to the free line. Any other information other than, like, yeah, don't send any don't rap on a industry beat, and don't send their records, right? If you're doing a remix, essentially, if you remake the beat in some way, you know, change, add drums, chop it up, that's a little bit better than just rapping to the instrumental, because it does affect our stream on certain platforms and stuff like that. The other or last thing, there's like something else that I know I'm forgetting, man. I don't know. Oh, don't send Apple Music or Tidal. Everything else is fine. So Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube videos, we'll just kind of like turn you guys around, you know what I'm saying, on this platform. I was gonna turn it, but like I didn't want to mess things up or whatnot. Let me, did we just get an insta skip, man? What the freak? Hold up. I have to see what kind that is real quick. Just to confirm whether I'm putting something down or whatnot, and then we'll jump back into the free line. Appreciate y'all. Hold on. Let me put this in.
Sorry, did you say you were bumping Atari? That's a game system. Hey, listen, are we gonna play all these games at the party? While the people are drinking Bacardi. See the look on my face, I'm retarded. Man, I'm dumb and will say shit regardless. What you think I will pee on your garden? I'm a dork and I hope you ain't fucking offended. Man, I've been a rapper since I was pretending that I was a rapper, but I was just kidding. But actually, after that, man, I was spitting shit really. This isn't nonsense if it isn't silly. Man, what the dilly with chili from TLC, man, I'll clean my whole ass with a seashell. Debo don't punch her, you know that's a female.
Alright, the record we got right now is called Triple Threat with My Flow. Alright, rate this in the chat, 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome. If we're in the free line, hashtagging Dorky don't play that, we'll cut the record in its tracks. If we are in the skip line,
say you gon' shine like a fucking
safe.
light while I'm a diamond. Call me Rihanna, way I've been killing people trying. Hitting that bitch in December and now she my ex-ho, now she crying. Remember days up in December, I was so cold, felt like dying. Doing this shit from the streets, rapping in the grade 3. Doing this shit since the fucking elementary. Teachers hate me. Fuck with me, you want some beef? I'ma go and eat him up. Ain't talking no 5 guys, but I don't give a fuck. Whoa.
I'm a star, yeah, I shine where the lights don't glow. Out the dark, tell my pain in a solid gold. Crown heavy, but my head never sinks too low. On the wave, everybody wanna surf my flow. I'm a star, yeah, I shine where the lights don't glow.
Hey, I put about this one so far. Not yet, Blue Jay.
Crown heavy, but my head never sinks.
This is an instant skip. It trumps everything, right?
Wanna surf my flow.
You can't surf my wave, man. This lane, this pavement. Got my name engraved and owned by shame, man. Try to take what's mine. You see what happens, you'll be jumping ship quick. You'll stop rapping, bring the end of your name. Bring the end of the line, you're at the end of the flame. The beginning, it's mine. I bring the end of your shine. Like a solar eclipse. You might be spitting something, but it ain't like this.
I'm a star, yeah.
Kinda wish that was like a faster verse, though.
Out the dark, tell my pain in a solid gold. Crown heavy, but my head never sinks too low. On the wave, everybody wanna surf my flow. I'm a star, yeah, I shine where the lights don't glow. Out the dark, tell my pain in a solid gold. Crown heavy, but my head never sinks too low. On the wave, everybody wanna surf my flow.
Well, I like the freaking beat a lot more. There's a lot of time when I hop up on the freaking beat like popcorn that's hopping on to a hot, whatever it rhymes with that shit. That's why I take my time to write shit. Listen, I like the beat. I was rhyming what I was thinking, man. Like, I like the beat a lot more than sort of like kind of what was going on, you know what I'm saying, to it. Rhymes were a little bit, you know what I'm saying, slower when like, man, you could hit that thing with like specific kind of, you know, flows, switch ups, you know, if you get in there a little bit faster, trust yourself with something like that. And then like, you know, I could see a bridge in the record going at that sort of slower pace or whatnot, right? So sort of, you know, give people a little bit of a break, but everything else, like I would want it to be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit faster. Chorus is okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, all right, let's see what's up. Again, it's not the best, but I didn't mind it. But I can see the improvement that could, of course, be done. It's only about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying, at the moment. And you know, if you're not new to the show, you know I love more time from any artist. Doesn't matter what kind of song you guys are making, as long as you're not repetitive, boring, and an artist who isn't saying anything, I'm always going to ask for an extension, just so you guys as artists, I feel like, you know, there has to be an aspect to you guys giving people their money's worth in case. Because the fans, trust me, the fans will listen to the longer records. They will be the ones to go in and learn your songs front to back. Again, if it ain't no consolation of watching Kendrick go to many concerts and just put the mic out and the whole crowd knows every word, and then they're leaving the concert still singing every word and rapping every word, like, that's a testament to like you being able to make, you know what I'm saying, a record that resonates with the crowd. And that song is like 4+ you know what I'm saying, minutes or whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? And then what you say, not bad, I've heard worse. And then guys be nice. Hello, it was okay too, you know what I'm saying? And then facts, you know what I'm saying? LaMarcus, let me see what y'all are saying. Yeah, it sounded like a bunch of beginners. Oh my gosh. What is the Amber Alert? Hold on, that is, it's annoying, but like, let me see, silver alert down there, California Highway Patrol. We have, okay, Rosa Muratala is missing and endangered. Let me see. That's seen on June 23rd, 2025. I feel like when those go off, like, shouldn't we sort of like announce it or something like that? Because if any of you guys kind of happen to pay attention, I guess you know, it might help, right? So basically since June 23rd, 2025, you know what I'm saying, at 0600 at hours in Wilmington, you know what I'm saying, and then gives me the link on my phone, but can't really do much. Let me see. I'll click the link and then I'll put it in maybe like the YouTube chat or something like that. So if you guys, again, I don't know if this will help at all by any means, but if by the off chance any of these kind of situations were to actually happen, you know, you get that Amber Alert, you know what I'm saying, from wherever, and then you just sort of, you know, let it know. Because again, the stream will be saved. People, you know what I'm saying, are in many different areas, you know what I'm saying, right now. I'm hoping that things like that will sort of like work out or whatnot. Again, I've never been told like not to, and that's probably the second time that that's happened. All right, let me get back into the free line. Hold up. I did want to read off a little bit more. You said the lyrics was not it, man. Yeah, I thought things could be a lot better. You said a 5, and I'm being generous. Singer was saying 4 from the Marcus, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. And they said, it's all right. And you know what I'm saying, appreciate the gift. And then, nah, this ain't it. Listen. So, once again, when it comes to scoring on the show, if we're in the free line, if you feel like, if you basically are asking yourself what the hell is going on, and you question how the artist doesn't hear how bad whatever the situation is, right? Hashtag Dorky don't play that. You know, again, it's no hate. It's just people need to know when and if they may have a song where, you know, if it came on the radio, you'd kind of like talk over it, or, you know, skip the whole station. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back later because what the heck is that? You know what I'm saying? And by all means, man, let's remember that there are artists in the industry that you guys still do that to right now, right? Like, you know, I've never listened to a complete Soulja Boy album. 6ix9ine, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? I hear a few records and I try to see like the level of workmanship in a few songs. If it doesn't impress me, I sort of like tap out, and it takes a lot to sort of like win me back over, you know, in that light or whatnot. But let me see. Let's go back in the line. We got Blue Jay up right now. Let's see. You sent a SoundCloud link. 6 out of 10 over there from Hunter also. And then what did you say? You said, I like the beat, but the lyrics could use some work, especially the hook. And then that's okay, so it was like I made the beat and stuff like that. Well, we enjoyed that or whatnot. That's the first line of defense to any record or whatnot. If the beat is good, you know, all you have to do is just be good on the record with it. If you kind of lack, you know, you won't sort of get on those lists, but you know, your song will be passable, I suppose. Let me see. We only read the skip line because a lot of people do tend to send skips, and it will change whatever we do say in the free line. We've tried that before. I've been like, you have 3 artists ahead of you. Then 5 people send skips, and that is a lie all of a sudden, what I just told you, right? So we can't do that anymore. We've tried. This is Blue Jay with Phone. Steven Universe kind of soundtrack. Yo. I want you in my life, that is certain. to get a weapon. Listen, I can freaking call you up or I can send a message. Listen, people also wanna like ask you like who you reppin'. Listen, I don't like know what the hell's happening, but the lesson isn't. Wait, I didn't finish. First, big salute.
It's the music event of summer. CM.
I always tries to play a little bit of an ad after. So again, that was Blue Jay with Phone. What y'all think about that? Overall, decent vibes. You continue to be consistent with pretty much, you know what I'm saying, all the records that I hear from you. There's a vibe. There's always an essence of like a live performance a little bit. Like you hear instruments that, you know, often feel like, you know, they're literally being, you know what I'm saying, played and she's performing the song. I love the harmonization that is in there. Some artists will just go through, sing a record, do one vocal, maybe some ad-libs, give or take, but they forget about the harmonization. I always feel like that is important to really bring, you know, the record to life a little bit more. And then of course in live performances, right, you're sort of able to, if you can like get, you know, backup singers to sort of, you know, take those parts, you know, for you as you're performing it, you know, live. One thing about her that's dope is that like some of the things that I've told you guys on the show various times, you know, like she has, like she'll have, you know, posts on her page where she's performing live and doing an acoustic version of, you know, the songs, which again, anything that you have a piano or a guitar on, always, you know, try to see how you could do that kind of situation, whether you're playing guitar or somebody else. It's just intimate, very chill, and something that really solidifies you guys as like, you know, true artists. Sometimes people just want to hear the simple kind of version of whatever you guys do, and then if you're able to bring a full band together, maybe some like violins, different things like that, it'll you know, put together nicely. The record itself also was about 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm not mad at that. Usually I want things to be longer. If it was extended, it would probably be, you know, a rap verse or something like that. 8 to 16 bars, then going back into the chorus and, you know, sort of letting it fade out, you know what I'm saying, from there or whatnot. And that would give it, you know, more of a closer to, you know, that 3 minutes of time. And then just as a reminder, throughout history, right, artists have done 2 versions of their songs. There's the version with the rapper or whoever on it, and then there's the, just in case they're not able to come out and perform with me, let me just do the version by myself, and then, you know, take over, you know, whatever would be, you know, in that portion. So there's options for everything that you guys want to do, and I feel like even if not for the official records, thinking about doing remixes or just like putting an open verse kind of situation out there for like, you know, TikTok and the other platforms for people to duet to, things like that would be dope, right? And then let me see, Master Instruction said, I don't rap battle, I pull up. Damn, son. And just submitted, you know what I'm saying, how about us, you know what I'm saying, if you can see it and stuff like that. So if you sent correctly, you should get a confirmation email to your email. If you didn't, resend again, but refresh your email first just to make sure that you didn't already get one. And then what did you say? Let me see, Master Instruction. And I'm off, or I'm a little different. Hold on, let me go over here. I'll go to the tube in a moment. Hold on. And apparently he didn't learn his lesson with M or something like that. Who we talking about, man? Hold on. Then sub bro, new to the live. Shout out to David. Loved it from T Love. And then let's see. He said, of course, dope. Thanks, y'all. Shout out to Blue Jay. If I'm back, you said Rebecca Sugar's birthday is today, is a day before mine. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. And then T Love said it's giving female Steve Lacy. I fuck with it, man. That's what's up, as well. Did not bad. You know what I'm saying? That's like an 8-beat hard. And then I think, you know, the most telling one, so Cinco had said it sounded like a Steven Universe song, right? So that immediately made me kind of want that to happen, right? Whether it would be real or there is someone I know. I mean, like, it's probably a lot easier to do these days, but before AI wasn't a thing, right? I knew someone who could basically do, you know, the like, they'll take your song and then make it seem like the cartoon characters or whatever kind of thing you would want are rapping your record, and they'll try to find scenes that also coordinate to like what you're rapping about and stuff like that. So, you know, literally I could hit him up and be like, hey, could you do this song with Steven Universe? And you know what I'm saying, like, he, you know, and for me, I'm more impressed with the fact that he would literally do it himself, like manually find the right scenes, find the right parts where the mouths are moving to what was being said. Like, that is more impressive to me than anything or whatnot. And I can show y'all one that he did. Before we jump back into Freeline, give me a moment. Let me see if I still have, no, I think I moved it over here. Yeah, I can show y'all, hold on. Let's see if this.
My little man's is your big homie. This ain't no 36 pussy, this a big rollie. And I ain't need no record label, did that shit by myself. They see me walking to the spot and say that's Big Tony. You know the vibe, and you know we wildin', boy. Yup, diamonds on my neck, you know they shining, boy. Did a bit on Rikers, came home to Coney, then I bought a crib in Staten, I'm an island boy. Bing bong, yup. Ain't nothing funny here, nope. I want money, yeah. Empty out your pocket, show me bunny hands. Slack. Raise in my mouth like a buccaneer. Oosh. Drop kick your pregnant wife down the fucking stairs. Yeah. Keep running your gibbers. Next time you make a store run, you might run into scissors. Take that, take that. Or catch a drum in your liver. Fuck a diss track, I'll start fucking your sister, pussy.
That one is just funny because it's Beast, bro. Beast. But yeah, like, he's really good with sort of like matching like the mouth, like, which is very important, man. Like, you know, there are some people who just like, let me just take scenes from the show and then just like put the music behind it or whatnot. And I feel like that doesn't do it as much, you know what I'm saying? You might as well just be making a music video and then like have you be green screen with like the footage in the back if you're gonna do that. But if you can match the mouth up, and then in some cases, like, you know, the imagery, like things like that are always freaking dope. Let's go ahead and see if we can get back in the free line. Again, I appreciate y'all patience as we proceed. AD, you are up next. Let me go down here. And yeah, Steven Universe, man. That would be freaking dope. We gotta see what's up. Man said, Benzero? You mean Benzino? Were you talking about like Benzino and Eminem and stuff like that? Listen, I got it. I mean, like, look. And I can't take anything Benzino says serious, right? Because, you know, he did all that shit talking, right, about M, right? Like, he's always on the world tour of like why M doesn't deserve to be in anyone's list and all that good stuff, right? But the diss song that he made to Eminem was written by somebody else. So the fact that you needed help, right? The fact that you needed help from somebody else, who, by the way, they said that the person who wrote M's, you know, wrote the diss, you know, for Benzino, said they were a fan of M, you know, to begin with themselves. So, you know what I mean? Like, all of that sort of like throws everything, you know, out the door. And, you know, I'm just, at this point, I'm just like ignoring them. Let me get back into the record. AD. This one's called Untitled.
Already made your money. Know it wants to break the game and destroy it fucking. The way it's going, rap or die around 2030. Peggy had the will, then we may be doing something, yeah. Already made your money. Know it wants to to break the game and destroy it fucking. The way it's going, rap or die around 2030. Peggy had the will, then we may be doing something, yeah.
Sick of rappers hating, Ashton Davis has me saying, rap away, I'll bash your face until you're wrapped in casket casing. I mean, it's tragic, ain't it that amazing? Raps are gracing, bastards playlists, even Satan saying that my raps are blazing. Damn, it's cadence, master greatness of them awesome lyrics. Can you hear the crap I'm saying? These fakers hating on me, cause the truth is acting Satan. So much fake, I'm weird, and if I say I haven't made it, I'm not the only one, feeling kinda lonely, son. Living with this mama, still knowing that I'm the only one in it, cause the drama I'm hoeing of her at only one. Homie just a phony, he phoning PlayStation coming the lost out of his head, he a bone said he grinding, homie done. Grow me on my bone, he is only grinding on homies, but I'm out of this bed seeming uphill, he'll fight and only tug his shit on by privilege fucks, cause I'm crazy when I'm homeless, but
do more push-ups, pushing the person to push the jits. That pushes way the people pussies need push-up zits. To push the plug to keep people pushing, peace to the piss. Which is poor people's homes in the pushing homes and built with bricks. But y'all gonna give immunity to a motherfucker like Drake or Diddy or R. Kelly. But treat me like the abuser when I speak on my trauma, cause it makes you uncomfortable. Y'all want me to keep it real, but not too real. Already made your money. No, it wants to break the game and destroy it fucking. The way it's going, rap or die around 2030.
I still think you should kind of get like another artist to like.
Yeah. Already made your money. No, it wants to break the game and destroy it fucking. The way it's going, rap or die around 2030. Peggy had the will, then we may be doing something. Yeah.
I already made it. It's another time when I got another game that I don't know what the hell and I'm really about to play with it every single day. I'll be waking up, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. There's another time when I walk in your house and then the freaking moment I'm walking out and I'm going back. People know that I'm never flowing wag. Everybody knows I can toe the track. What the freak? Just stops it. 7 so far from T-Love, 5 out of 10. That hook weird is a or took a weird turn, you said. 6 out of 10, also from Cinco. How come you ain't rapping here? You should still rap. You should still rap. Bro, I mean, like, it's a nice little transition kind of thing. But honestly, I would have rapped to that part too. It almost makes me want like either a part 2 of the song or like for that beat to be a remix of this one where you just kind of throw that last portion, you know, make it longer, right? You know what I'm saying? And then see what you do, you know, sounds like to it. Chorus probably needs to change, you know, because the tone won't match whatever, you know, that is, of course. But in terms of the chorus itself, I think it's something that I've steady, you know, felt like another singer, you know, or something like that should, you know, either add to or get on right along, you know, instead. But like, you know, take your inspiration from, you know, it is a little bit slow, right? We're always gonna take some of those risks. If we rap to a really slow beat and then we just like actually, you know, kind of go at that same speed, you know, like it will throw the people who kind of want to get hype on the opposite side, right? They want to be jumping around, they want to be breaking bottles over people's heads, you know what I'm saying? Mosh pits essentially for more trap centric, you know, artists and stuff like that. They're gonna want something a little bit different, right? So faster speeds are a little bit better in that way. But if the idea is more to be like, okay, let's see if let's pretend he did the whole music video, right? You know what I'm saying? Going through the motions of a standard, you know, sort of telling a story, kind of seeing things happen. But get this, everything's underwater,
right? For some reason, it just everything is underwater, and so like everything's just happening a little bit slow, but you know, as it would in a normal music video, right? And then you're just like, yo, how? Yeah, we're thinking like, how do they do it underwater without, you know, all the situation, whatever. You have to figure that shit out, all right? But you know, you have to figure out that sort of reason for, you know, the sort of slowness to be there or whatnot. Otherwise it'll be one where just, you know, if someone does want to wind down and chill, vibe out, you know, sit down and lay down music, as I like to say, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just let me kick back and like vibe out. Maybe cruising, you know, kind of music a little bit. What up, Norman Sands? What's freaking popping? You already know, man. You better send some shit, fool. You better send some shit. And send some shit. That's it. I don't know what else to say. Just send some shit. Nah, but always good to see you. Let me see. What do you have? 5 out of 10. You know, see, so 5 out of 10. That hook is weird, right? That's the thing I hear people mainly really talking about. You know what I'm saying? Always like, hey man, you know, that verse. Well, what you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So essentially, you know, fix that a little bit. I'm still for like making things, you know, a little bit faster though. That's an option too. However, I can't show you the demonstration, right? I will say that when you guys do send me records, at times I like to sort of give you examples of other things that you could do with your records, right? MP3 is the best format for me to do that or whatnot, right? Because if it's too slow, I can speed it up and show you what that would sound like somewhat, right? You know what I'm saying? And it'll give you a little bit more of the vision. If it's too fast, we can slow it down and show you what will happen at that speed. Literally every speed will, you know, kind of dictate what the crowd does. If you're trying to get people hype, faster and more energy is always the way to go. If you're trying to get them to just like, you know, chill, lay back, maybe sway side to side a little bit, like slower, more vibe centric, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what you see. It's gonna be my aggressive TVAB 7, also from Knit Dog. What's up? And then you said I'm getting a sung outro and stuff like that. All right, we'll see what's up. He's like he's gonna use me and shit like that. Shush. All right. Let me see what's up. I'm gonna hop back into the free line right quick because I know y'all been waiting and I appreciate y'all. Let me see. So to Tawana, that's TZ. Let me see. We got you up. Let's go ahead and throw this. This is a music video. Should be able to turn you around if you guys want to see. I will chickity check.
Heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town.
Alright, so yeah, this is TZ Unknown with Ain't No Love
in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town.
Walking on Tennessee Avenue. Back when I made Rude Boy, like let's see what this rapping do. They was bumping us in school like this, look what this rapping do. You my blood, you my 5, I can never be mad at you. Hung around some niggas, hit they hand, the ones that threw the rock. Walking on 15, me and Tug with a stolen Glock. I used to be a problem, years later, bet they know it now. Used to be a crash artist, look at who controlling now. Fast forward, 2020, pressed over a chick. Got my money up, my soldiers up, went purging with that stick. I say that to just say this, money ain't the root of evil, the root of evil is a bitch. Then they beg you for the trust them, nigga, I ain't trusting shit. Tellin' bro, you give them gain and just sit back and watch them switch. Never thought the day I see my brother change over a bitch. Tried to fall in love again, then I realized it ain't about shit. Getting my feelings about these women, talk to God, this in a blitz.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. In the heart of the city.
Talk that shit, son.
Ain't no love in the heart
we love
of
the ladies
town.
though.
Heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. The heart of the city.
And this he said going to get some stamps now.
In the heart of town. Heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love in the heart of the city.
Listen, you the one who sitting with the thing. Listen, I'll tell you this. All right, hold up. First off, I say this, right? So when you guys do send to review shows, I think it's best to have, either a business or artist sort of like email, right? So that way, like you guys need to know that when we pull from our emails, the very first thing that we see is whatever you put in the first and last name when you create the email, right? So if it's an artist, that you are, right? Putting it there will allow us to not only know, who you are right away. Sometimes, like at least in the subject line, putting it there, because that's the second thing we see. Like, we don't see the email first. We see the name, then whatever's in the subject line, and then it sort of vaguely shows us what's, I guess in the description or something like that, and whether it's like a YouTube video and stuff like that. But so and just for future because we will call you whenever we either see you in the chat or via that email, just so your thing is coming up and stuff like that. And our bad if that's not what we supposed to do. Anyways, back to the record. So, first and foremost, he did an amazing job at this track, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of a twist on a familiar record, and I like that it's different and not just like, I always talk about the situations where artists will just go and rap to an original instrumental that was already, sort of like there, and then they'll sort of like, do a cover of the song or something like that. And I'm like, nah, you guys want to figure out ways to make things yours or whatnot, right? So the production should go in different areas as well as, saying what you do. And there was a lot of conviction within this record, right? I feel like when we hear him, he's an artist that we can take serious. We can, see that he's, really out here, doing some shit or whatnot. So I appreciate what we heard so far. Of course, right? We always talk about song length on the show. It's about 1 minute and 56 seconds. I'm never one to want to rush out of a record. I'm always gonna say that. I don't change. It's never been any different. I'm never one to want to rush out of a record. I always feel like, give people as much time as you can, just because if it's on the radio, it's going right to commercial or to another artist right after your song, plays or whatnot, right? The reason why I like review shows, like mine, are because, after the song plays, we do still get to stick with it a little bit and talk about the song. Radio is just going to play it and go to something else, right? And I got pissed at hearing things like that so many times where I would hear like a new artist that would be dope. And like there was this one time where I just heard an artist once, never heard from them again. And I didn't think to like pull out my phone to Shazam it, because I thought I was gonna hear it, you know what I'm saying? And it went straight to commercial. The DJ didn't say who the artist's name was, and so that kind of sucked or whatnot. But it was a dope female rapper. That's all I remember. It could have been Tierra Whack for all I know, man, because it was something who I remember thinking like, man, she's almost like Missy, but like different, man. And like she's the only other artist that I know, but that had to be so long ago though. It was freaking crazy. What up, Foxy? Then let me see. Tila said thank you again, you know what I'm saying, Gulam, and it'll pop up, you know what I'm saying, if anybody wants to hear more. I'll go ahead and post the link on the tube over here, and so if anybody, you know what I'm saying, wants to go grab it and show support, you guys can. What did you say? And that's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna lie, it's an 8 for me. So right there, man. Switch it. Hold on. And let's see, I'll follow you. Dope song. And thank you again. That's what's up. Hold on. Dope song from Hennessy. Listen, T, can I tell you that I appreciate you? I appreciate you doing your job, okay? Because I've been doing this show for about 5+ years. I've seen a handful of people who were supposedly like managers, and honestly they weren't really getting their music, you know, as much to the show as they could, or like throughout, you know, the community as much. They weren't like really, you know, doing what they should have been. So even though, you know, it's just one video, you know what I'm saying, right now, you know that it matters. You know, just as an artist, we can't always be everywhere at once. So when we do have people that can go out and still, you know, help put our music out there, and it matters. Just know that. Let me go ahead and see if we can jump back in the free line. If you guys want to skip, hit that Cash App, PayPal, in or Super Chat, or Galaxies on the TikTok side.
Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries.
All right, I'll check the. I didn't even check the Cash App or the pay. Listen, I've been just chilling in the free because y'all, I love y'all. Okay, let me go look though.
If you spending something to make
just in case.
You my brother if you man enough to raise one. All my brothers know the code like we Mace.
King Tut.
All my brothers locked in, we on fake love. A covenant, the bond is like a mother should. I know who gang ain't questioning who I'm running with. Who got my back?
I got your back.
My brothers. He ain't divine, till that nigga ain't my brother.
I paid him away. Hard as every brick that I lay. Can't cut no corners with this angle. Motion squares out of shape. A box in the day. A funeral and a burial place. Sadly,
I only read the skip lineup.
You wear a cape, unknown to you. My
right now we're in the free line, so
yeah. The fuck out my face, deleting the race, negativity in his face, believe and create, see it for achievements at stake, repeat and relate to brethren that may be in this mate, who seek what you say, as well as everything on display. It's the finest array, many different paths in the way, and I don't see a footprint crossing the way, cause I'm gonna put my fucking brother on. They did my brother wrong. This on my father and mother, don't sing another song. This on grandmother, who told me I'm her favorite one. She on what I be on. Go put your brother, I'm gon' put my fucking brother on. They did my brother wrong. This on my father and brother.
It's called Revenue by King Tut.
This for grandmother, who told me I'm her favorite one. She on what I be on.
You my brother.
Gotta put the short in there. Man, you came a long way, bro. You've been sending stuff to the show for, you know what I'm saying, some time. Once again, I've been doing the show for 5 years or whatnot. So he was in like maybe like the first two, I think, of doing the show or whatnot. And eventually, I think you have moved like cross country for a bit or whatnot, and was, you know, doing things. I don't know if it was like in UK. I forgot. But you know, good to see you still out here doing music, man. Like, this is half the other reason why I do the show. I wanna, you know, just be able to see the growth in many of, you know, you guys across, you know, time or whatnot, right? And I know that sometimes, you know, life happens. People, you know, stop doing music for a freaking bit or whatnot. They eventually come back later, and that comeback often, you know, ends up being a lot stronger and stuff like that, right? So, you know, stay in there, stay motivated, keep doing your thing. Now, this is only a short, right? I feel like in terms of for the show itself, right, when we're watching, you know, music videos and stuff like that, the full music video is often better to send as opposed to sort of the shorts, the TikToks, the reels, because those are for phone consumption, right? You holding it in your hand and you see this full view with a design that works for that. However, if we're viewing it, you know, on our TV or you know, something like that, there's the big blocks on the side. There's just like, it just is not as it's not the best presentation, you know, for that. So what I would do in the future is send the actual music video, and then also in the same email put the link for the short, because I can put the link for the short in the chat for people who do want to consume it on their phone. And then, you know, for us watching it on the actual show, we'll have the basically what's in the middle that you have there or whatnot, just to show people. Just I'm gonna show them a snippet of what it is. But yeah, you can see how smaller that is.
Brothers, he ain't divine, then that nigga ain't my brother.
I paid him away, hard as every brick that I lay.
Like, again, it's super small compared to like us going from what we were just at. And we see them all in the screen.
Walking on 15, me and Tug with a stolen Glock. I used to be a problem, years later, bet they know it.
But overall, decent overall record. Got in there, you know what I'm saying? Ripped the beat, did your thing. And again, I don't know how long the full song is, so I still have to see that. What up, Chungus? Chungus boy, let me see. And Hennessy said what? You know what I'm saying? You are absolutely right, brother. I'm saying I rap and I manage, you know what I'm saying, and I podcast and life coach. There we go. Coming up together. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? See that with the fire emojis. Gotta be coming up and stuff like that. So always be aware that, like, I mean, TikTok is kind of weird whenever I try to mention we're on other platforms, because they want to be the only freaking one or whatnot. But when you do pop up in the show, I'll be aware that we are on all platforms. So while it always may seem like you're next, it might not be the case. We have both a free line and a skip line for those that do not want to wait in that line. But we started about an hour ago, right? So when you come in, maybe a little bit later to the show, you're a little bit further down in that line. Just try to be as patient as possible, or like I said, skipping the line will allow you to get played, you know, say more immediately. Specifically though, for you guys on TikTok, like galaxies count as skips, you know what I'm saying, as well. So if you guys put those in, we'll you know, be able to put you guys in right away. Other than that, we are back in the free line, and let's see what we got. All right, Scripts, you are next. Shine Away and Gotti, hold on, gotta download this one. It is an MP3. All right, let me jump in to
Scripts.
Produced by Scripts. Wasn't this faster before? I remember this being this slow.
The dirt you niggas slanging, don't you put that on my jacket. Don't think the quiet ones is scared to get active. The moves ain't always massive, but rest assured they calculated. Reaching heights that's elevated, surfing turf is medicated. Oats be talking like he made it. I'm just simply demonstrating how it feel to chase a deal, go touch a meal, still get hated. Chopped it up with Phil, thought it was real. Goddamn, we waited just to hear how T.I. felt about his friend that didn't make it. Feelings too familiar, like damn, another close though. What's the point of trying if we only gonna come close? That's when I was reminded that we do this for the love, Joe, and focus on supplying the people that really want more. Simple. Now tell me like I ain't on the mission, make it more but less consistent. Damn, my life can't be more different now. Showing that I'm winning, they inquire how I get it. I ain't really one for bragging, I just spit it how I live.
It's amazing when you make it. I'm just saying, getting praises from the phrases and the statements, rising to the occasion. It's a celebration.
I'm gonna just start with this.
Make the ends meet, make a living, make a killing. Are you willing? Are you able? What you bringing to the convo and the table? Just remember that the system's designed to dim you.
Real quick. That chorus reminds me of Swiss Beats, and then this feels like what Jay-Z would rap on for his next album.
Anyway,
like no cap, right?
Street still far from the haters. I'm sorry, I'm not referencing the platers. I'm talking wifey getting patties in the tight time we on, admiring the views of our manicured lawns. And even if you had the carbon on hand, you couldn't copy me, well, at least properly. I stayed solid, no gas, and speaking of properties, got me plantation acres and a Moscow mule. I'm with the snobbery, it's anti-poverty. You stuck on debt free, but it's been the debt for me. Flip it and the turnkey shit until the death of me. This is proof of life, hope I made it clear. If I missed the first impression 12 seconds in the year, I tightened up, ran the laps, and now I don't fumble. Never have I mumbled, I'm just trying to stay humble. But the spirit of my tumble be like, no weapon formed against me. Prosper just hit me, another 50. Run it, I'm close to bragging, it's hard to turn me up. I got way too much stamina. Thumbs been planting saffron seeds in the Gambia. Get me, I'm thinking Getty while y'all headed to daddy. To get that perfect picture sometimes you gotta pay up. Oops, I mean play up. And if you critique, then it must be say magnifique. You got 336 hours, that's 2 weeks. You still can't guard me, the flow still godly. I know God's got me.
Listen. So, like, I love that type of production, right? You know, I feel like those specific kind of samples were often headlined by like Ye, right? I know I was seeing some kind of freaking shit right here. Hey, it's a spider and shit. And you know, it was sort of like a signature thing that he would have, the type of, you know, production, the things that he would maybe add. Like he'd go like even a step further with like going and having, you know, real trumpets, you know, played over and bringing like backup singers and stuff like that to the studio. It's things that I've always, you know, talked about on the show and you know, can liven up whatever records that you know hop on or whatnot. Like I'm half and half with like how this song should start, right? Because it does start off a little bit slow, gets in there, you know what I'm saying, has a little bit of a vibe, it's just chill. You start thinking about like Ninth Wonder, you know, sort of you know, vibes and stuff. You know, and then like as soon as that chorus comes in, man, it sort of like changes everything, right? It comes to life in a very different way, right? So if I was doing a music video, the first half would be right in black and white. The moment that sort of chorus comes in, everything just like color here, there, just like starts just like as if something is painting the objects of the world, you know, with the light or whatnot. I feel like that should be the overall concept for the video or whatnot. You know, sort of like basically making a statement that like, you know, real music can wake people up, right? But because they've been so engulfed with, you know, a lot of non-substance and different things, right? It's just like, you know, they're almost lifeless, and you know, anyways, we'll just leave it at that. One time with the fire emoji, and yeah, he said it's also a fire. I could hear him on it, just knowing what he you know what I'm saying, makes. You know what I'm saying, kids, welcome back, you know what I'm saying, sending my song in, and I'm here. That's what's up. Shout out to freaking Trino. Also, he said, Dorky, you want to go rob a bank with me? No, sir. But no, there's no but. I can't do nothing. I can't be the giveaway driver. Giveaway. You try to get it. I'm gonna give him the money right back. That's what I'm gonna do.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform.
Let me give you
you've been warned. My brain is soaring like
a bit of review show etiquette. If you ever go into any review show, like, you know, those of us that play your music, if you're going to say the words play my song, put a Cash App in, put a PayPal, like you send a skip with it, because that's the only way that those situations will happen. You have to be aware that when you pop up to a show like mine, that you basically have to get into a line that you're now in the back of. You know what I'm saying? So be respectful to those in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you send properly. The information is literally above. All you ever have to do is read first. And then if you have any questions after that, you know what I'm saying, say that within the chat. We don't read the free line because when we get skips, it'll change whatever we say. It sort of has, you know, just caused, you know, more arguments than people being happy to know exactly where they're at, and it doesn't help. So try to go as fast as I can though. We have Cinco right now with 1 pack. So rate this one in the chat.
Fell off and shook back. Ayy. MG the motherfucking mafia. Y'all know what the fuck going on for the team. Yeah.
See what the volume is.
Yeah, baby, you did this. I fell off, shook back. Can't believe I shook back. Can't believe I could crack. 50 balls in the air and they getting snatched. I make her waist disappear like I'm doing math. Never had my hand out, I give grams out. Thank God for lint inside my pocket, I got bands now. Thank God I really beat the odds, I took the Zen route. Only one got sentenced when them people hit that damn house. Turn me up a notch, nigga, I'm their only problem. You can tell them bitches free the team, all we want is commas. I ain't worried about the beef, all I own is chopper. Slime with the shot and swing a door and turn that boy to pasta. When mine died, I ain't feel it, I was stuck in prison. Heard niggas speaking on your name, I stepped on the city. Threw my sweater on your grave to let you know I miss you. Caught my first hat out of town, a beautiful killing. Been hurt before, addicted to the perks before. I'ma be the realest nigga standing till the curtains close. Bitch, I run a bay, fuck the phones, we on the hunt today. Might blow a skunk today, throw a oop and watch him dunk the play. Woke up to a cutie play, what you do today? When you put the whole team on, they don't know who to hate. Swing the dough on the crowd, I ain't know who to chase. I can't say his name, but who I'm smoking, this shit got me laced. This that 1 pack, might catch you out of bounds like where your gun at. Just dump the P of heat on the east, that's where I dump at. These niggas never seen what I seen, and that's a fun fact. Free curb, the plug know I'm good, he give me free birds. Money on his head, I bet they know the cause see first. Loyalty over money, all my niggas know is be worthy. You can't compete with me, you never seen the murder. I know it's chase a check, under pressure, I won't break a sweat. Quick to park the V and hop on feet, I'm trying to break a neck.
What the hell happened? Where the hell you go? Why the hell you drop off with another freaking people freaking probably need a cough drop freaking? I don't know what the hell's happening, but that other freaking people be rapping and then suddenly, man, they got softened. I mean, okay, it didn't feel like you were supposed to end right there. So it's probably a little bit of a freestyle to something. Nah, I don't know, right? You know, you guys do songs in different ways this era. Sometimes it's, you know, complete punch-in. Sometimes it's complete freestyle. I don't know if I can consider the whole thing a freestyle if there's, you know, punch-ins at all. If you know, it's one of those. And then on the other side, let's talk about it, right? First off, I do want to say I like your energy to this kind of, you know, production. I know the style, I know the genre, and basically, you know, what you're trying to do. I will give you the information that hopefully you will take in and can put you, you know, to the top of the many artists within the genre, right? A lot of artists kind of in your genre and this era will punch in, right? That's like either every other bar or like, let me try to see if I can do an 8 and then, you know what I'm saying, I'll stop there, think about the next and stuff like that. Just know when we hear artists punching in, like, and the more that it occurs, we sort of have a scale of like how dope you are, and it just starts going down every time we hear another punch in or whatnot. Because and this is how you have to sort of think about it, right? When you're putting together your records, it's okay to do what you're doing right now, right? However, the one thing that a lot of you guys don't do is, all right, let me sit with it for a week, memorize the whole thing to where I can perform the record at a venue of it. Call me wherever, Madison Square Garden, I'll perform the thing with the band, just the beat, whatever. You know what I mean? You have to be able to do it like that without your vocals, without anything. And like, that's the version that people often want recorded, because then they'll say he slid that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically just knowing that coming prepared for, sounding like you're prepared for the whole song is basically the best thing that you could do as an artist, right? When we hear Kendrick, I never feel like he's like just putting together the song all willy-nilly or like from scratch right there. Let me think about the next line. Like, no, I feel like he knows everything, gets it in there, writes, practices, and then goes in. That's what a real good artist should do. And when it comes to punch-ins, like the right way to sort of do it is like, it has to be like a it has to be like I talk about it like a third person kind of view sort of thing or whatnot, right? When you're talking to yourself from another sort of, you know, thing, and that can be said by, you know, your hype man or the crowd or something like that if you're then gonna go do it live. But I always just simply want you guys to like get more professional with how you put down your records, because I've seen more lately just how much more doper the situations where artists can perform their songs like with just the beat is, right? Like literally you can see it for yourselves, right? Just pay attention to your timeline. Sometimes you'll come across like, I don't know, Corrupt and Daz in an interview, and then they have them perform like a classic record and they'll just put on the beat. You need to understand this. They'll just put on the beat. There's no backup vocals. So if they mess up, but they don't, because they know their shit, they practice it, and that professional sort of like look and how we're hearing it, like it makes us, you know, like get more impressed with like all the sort of lists that we sort of make and why so and so is dope. That adds to that criteria right now. So I'm gonna just leave that out there, you know what I'm saying, with you. That's my main criticism with it, like period, at all, right? Like you got in there, you know what I'm saying, you said some dope shit, you have a good energy to it. I feel like, you know, you're doing, you know what I'm saying, a decent thing. Maybe what was the length and stuff like that? Hold on.
So supplying.
That's a different freaking thing. Hold on. Forgot where the freaking thing was or whatnot. Forgot how long the song was, but you know, if it was more in the short area, like, you know, we have that conversation all the time. I don't really need to go over it. Just you know, maximize as much time as you. No, yeah, it was because you stopped early. We had to talk about that, right? Never do that. Like, people need to see you finish through, because like when we are like reciting our favorite artists' songs and stuff like that, like we try to learn everything, right? And then like, you know, if that happens, like, and you don't say nothing after, you don't sort of like, oh shit, fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Ha ha, you know, all that freaking stuff. LaMarcus, we don't call the list. I've said that several times. Please don't ask again. And it said, do you have a song, My Blessed or whatnot? I also said if it did come, that, you know, you should get a confirmation email, and if I did not, for you to send it again. If you were not listening, I cannot help you there. No disrespect or anything like that. We're in the free line. We're you know, we're going as fast as we can, man. Let me see what we got next. And what do you say? You say, I do that on all my songs. I try to leave them wanting more or whatnot. Look it. Here's the thing, right? For me personally, when a song is short, I don't end up wanting to play it again, because in my mind, it's the same thing that I just heard. Not like your song specifically, but like when it's a one verse and then the chorus and then it's out, it's literally just that, right? And so I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, I'm just gonna hear the same exact one thing that happened. If you make it more worth our while, right? Whether with another feature, another verse, something like that, it allows us to see that you're willing to work. Like, I'm tired of like artists feeling like, you know, like it's either certain artists will be making excuses. They'll say like people's attention spans are shorter, or they want the replay value and stuff like that. But I'm like, listen, if you make a good song, people will play it regardless of the time that it is. I can't stress that enough. It is 100% true. The whole attention span thing only accounts for the artists who don't rap for real. The ones who are boring, repetitive, maybe they don't feel like you can't take them serious on the track. The one, like, those are the artists you're not really paying attention to anyway, so that song could come and go. But if you rap, if you have a good energy, stay in there for as long as you can. Like 3 minutes is the sweet spot for me. And you know, like it's always a testament of just like, you know, how dope can you be? The more time that you have, the more you're able to get in there, switch it up, and do more. Now here's another option, right? There are so many options when it comes to this conversation. It's not even funny. You know, you could have the short songs that are on the records, but then do the extended versions when you perform live. That way anyone who buys a ticket to see you live, they'll know like, oh shit, like when he does his live shows, we get extra verses that we didn't hear on the record, right? Or you get an extra feature or something like that. Or you could have the extended versions be only on your website or a very specific, you know, platform, maybe Spotify, iTunes, whatever, right? You get the extended version being something that's you know, worth going to the other platform. The real fans will want those versions. Like I'm telling you right now, they will want those versions. Like it's the reasons why certain artists will at times release deluxe versions of albums, and then the standard version or whatnot. The deluxe will have extra songs, maybe a few more you know, features and, you know, different things you know, like that. And then Foxy said, sent a skip. I see you. Let me go ahead and plop you in. And then also, Nitty G, you sent one as well.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me.
Let me see. Give me a second. And I see yours. So Foxy's with SMS. Well, go ahead and put yours in. And thank you for the follow, Chase. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Ooh. Ooh. Anyways, do what you want. But I still recommend, you know. Oh, hold on, I gotta switch the thing. Right.
This blunt I just faced got me higher than Mars. My car said his face came installed with some stars. Post with your bitch, turn my soft into hard. Posted with Cap, his ballpark had a fence round it. Rodents and shit turned their crib to a trap, ain't it? Call and collect, don't got minutes to waste, baby. Been in the H for the Stros when that shit, baby. Fuck out my face, brody. Damn, your breath stank, homie. Fox like the bug guy, I got they house spray for him. Always loose laced it. Just about as loose as my feelings for you, ho. You know that you basic. Why when I ride, got my shit like a sidekick? Why they surprised when I speak out on true shit? Why she dress nice when she got a whole boyfriend? No, I can't smash her. I heard she like I'm gonna sip my shit. Get lit, burnt trees, get bent. Shit, I'll probably wake up around 10 p.m. It ain't even the weekend. Peace sakes, I need to change the way I live. But eating good and getting money too lit. I take it home and I'm too slick. Told myself I wouldn't do it again, but damn. If I could go back in time, probably be back to last week when I was smoking gas next to the tank in the backseat. We done smoked so much, my eyes were lower than stacked peas. Thinking to myself, how short this past gonna last me. I'm trying to make it out the slum, but even rich people struggling. I heard they do more drugs than the people that's cutting them. I'm working towards their spot, cause that's a life that I dream of. But get there and fuck around and do the same shit again. But I'm gonna sip my shit. Get lit, burnt trees, get bent. Shit, I'll probably wake up around 10 p.m. It ain't even the weekend. Peace sakes, I need to change the way I live. But eating good and getting money too lit. I take it home and I'm too slick. Told myself I wouldn't do it again, but damn. It only took me 5 texts to hit it, and still made her pay for the Uber to the crib. My life got consumed with fast life incentive, so now I keep it on me every time that I dip. Even at the crib, bank just got addition to money, like what's the parlay? I think that my addiction to money just got concerning. Not a lot I wouldn't do to help with my earnings. I put shots in the air like balloons on a birthday. But I'm gonna sip my shit. Get lit, burnt trees, get bent. Shit, I'll probably wake up around 10 p.m. It ain't even the weekend. Peace sakes, I need to change the way I live. But eating good and getting money too lit. I take it home and I'm too slick. Told myself I wouldn't do it again, but damn, here we go.
Who the freak is on the beat, bro? Big salute. We're gonna talk about it all. First off, you know, great record through and through. You know, let's start with the production, right? You know what I'm saying? It you know, sampling certain things, right? I've always loved, like, you know, certain R&B records, certain things from like an Erykah Badu, and you know, going in there with just a certain you know, vibes with a hard hitting beat, and then that bass line that comes through, man, like it's almost a mixture of like if Dr. Dre and like either Alchemist, like I'm trying to figure out who that other, like, you know, if Dr. Dre and like, you know, one of the many hip hop, you know, bass producers kind of got together and you know, collabed, which is something that I've wanted for a long time or whatnot, right? I'm like, man, how come Pharrell and like Swiss Beats, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like where are those combinations of like, let's use both of our sounds and like bring a record to life, you know what I'm saying, somehow. Because this is almost a little bit that. Then when it comes to artists that could hop on right along with you, right? We thought about the Cole, you know, the Kendricks, you know what I'm saying? A potential, you know, Lupe, Luda, you know what I'm saying? Of course. But you got on there and did your thing, right? Wasn't repetitive, switched it up throughout. And you know, you also had a chorus that came through and stuff like that. I wouldn't have minded more time. Again, I'm consistent, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna want longer if you're able to get in there, whether it be a feature, and then because you also straight up rap, getting a singer suddenly as just a verse, you know, would be interesting as well and shit like that. Just suddenly she pops up out of nowhere and then sings a little something extra. And now man, like it's just a good sound and stuff like that. Let me go to the second one. And like, look, what we love to do is when you send a kind of back to back skip kind of situation. Oh no, wait, that was just a one song. Never mind. Thought it was a back to back skip, but it's just one. False alarm, false alarm, y'all. But still good record nonetheless. I'm gonna add that to the playlist. All right, we got Knit Dog coming up right now. Give me a second, you know what I'm saying, for that. He's like, I can send another, man. Like, listen, if you got one, but usually I always go like if there was more than one kind of situation, we like comparing and seeing if we only had one choice to tell you to do the music video to one or the other, you know what I'm saying, what would we pick? Just an easier way to sort of pick something, but it was one. So yeah, do a video if you can. I see something potentially in slow motion you know, happening with that. And I know it's not a Erykah Badu record, or is it? Like, I just know it's that meow, 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 meow. I know it's an oldie song. No, it's an oldie song. It's not an Erykah Badu record. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to remember what was the original song. What was that original song? And then how would I even type that in, right? What was that song that goes? You know what? Never mind. Let me go into the other skip that we have from Knit Dog. Damn, I'm trying to remember the chorus to that one. Or like verses or anything. I just remember there's like a band kind of playing and stuff like that. Wait, was it Mary J. Blige? I think it was Mary J. Blige. Now that we're getting closer, I think I've landed on a little bit closer to where we're at. I think it's Mary J. Blige that had the original song, and it might have been one of her like first couple of singles. You know, go look. Let me know if I was right. Go look at either Mary J. Blige's greatest hits, or see if you can find her first, you know, album or whatnot, or something like that. Let me see. Because my brain always somehow finds its way back. Let me see. Where's the Knit Dog?
Excuse me, Mr. Knit Dog, do you have?
Let me see. Knit DG. And this is a Spotify. So let's go ahead and open it up. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be, bro. It has to be. You came way later, Kizza, so the answer will always be further. Let me see. Too Black, Too Strong, Part 1. Let's see what's up. Is it gonna play a ad before? Let's see.
Pressing play. Now
black.
experiencing
Too strong.
Knit Dog.
Too black. Too strong. Too black. Too strong. Now I don't have no time to fuck around with anybody unless I choose a playmate that I wish to call a snuggle bunny. Naturally and true divine guidance, nitty G I be. It ain't that much love. Protect what yo cuz no matter how you look at shit. You can still get got regardless of the fattest wheel spinning all the blocks. The master Mac and whole ologist, the Midwest hot. I'm solo rolling drove in your face like what? Try to see all your dreams and your gold cheese. Fucking with this lunatic without my straight coat, please. At ease on my knees, I got this world on lock. Plus I'm linked into this realest nigga street hip hop. From the bottom come up till I reach the top. Talking height, life, ladder, don't know where to stop. I've been blessed a lot through Jesus Christ to Allah. Symbolic, hieroglyphic, and individual decision. And I'll be through your neighborhood, hear you bumping, it's listening. Mental city and vision, pyramid mass resilience. Like a local gorilla ready to bash and willing. My adrenaline is taking the path to cold stash some aliens. Too black, too strong, too black, too strong, too black, too strong.
Might not be released yet. A lot of times people are asking me if I see stress freaking in the air. A lot of times like you just sing your song and y'all be acting like I'm nerdy, not gonna care. But I always wanna try shit. A lot of freaking MCs that I be freaking eating, so I need to go on a diet. I quiet when I don't wanna talk and shit. Like listen, I could walk out of your house while you walking in. You gonna be like, who the hell are you, man? Let's go ahead and I guess.
Hieroglyphic individual decision, and I'll be through the neighborhood.
So for you, like, I want to be able to get to, you know, like better recordings and mixes for you, just for the act of them being like on like Spotify and stuff like that, right? I always have a rule or we'll just say like a rule of thumb, and it's like, don't, unless your mix is ready, don't just upload it anyways to the major platforms, right? I feel like anything that we don't necessarily have, you know, like pristine and perfect and clarity should go on all the free platforms. You know what I'm saying? The straight, you know, SoundCloud is fine, BandLab, Bandcamp, you know, those things people expect, kind of like still work in progress kind of situations. Even the mixtape websites, you know, that are free. You know, those are fine, but when it comes to major platforms, like, we don't want to dilute what is, you know, like literally I always remember this, right? Like there was a time where not everybody knew how to get their music on Spotify and Apple Music and everything, right? So the only people who did, when it was, you know, really starting to you know, pop off, were like professional artists, people who went to the studio and got their songs professionally mixed and mastered, got the sort of lowdown on like the actual, you know, like TuneCore and different things like that to sort of upload you know, their music. But it was good quality, you know, stuff. Right now, if anybody can just upload their stuff, it's not as dope when we say it's on all platforms, right? At that point, it becomes more of a, if you really love what that artist did, then hell yeah, I love that it's on all platforms. But you just saying it's on all platforms before people even hear it type of shit, right? Like, people, if it's like bad, they're gonna be like, why did you put that on all platforms? Like, you should have narrowed it down a little bit and then, you know, go up there. I actually, Doug, some of the, you know, performance, you kind of got out a little quick though. I don't know what's up with a few artists today doing that, right? Like, listen, if you have a beat and you're only giving us about 2 minutes or 1 minute and something a time, like, rip every single second of that thing. It's your time, right? It's the same thing as like a commercial, a movie trailer, an actual movie. If you don't show us things that relate to yourself on it, then, you know, it's almost like you're just kind of like wasting time a little bit. That's how people feel when they go to a movie theater and they see a bunch of commercials before the trailers, and they're like, bruh, if you don't hurry up and get on with the, you know what I mean? And then before the movies, you gotta see the whole, you know what I'm saying, the movies. When you go to the, like, we are at the we know we at the movies. Can you just play the movie? You know what I'm saying? So the song though, we do appreciate when, no, why did I close it for, don't update. Don't update. I'm updating an accident. Damn it. Welp. Let me see what we have. But yeah, salute. Listen. I like the production. I would definitely like more to go into that. And like, look, man. What I'm hoping is that, even though it's maybe about like 1 or 2 years ago, right? You know, always keep your sessions, keep your recordings, or be willing to, I'm still trying to get back in my thing, or be willing to re-record any of your records. As a professional artist, like, that's how you have to look at it. If you really want these labels and everything to take you serious, like, you have to basically be professional now. And like, if they don't see that work ethic and you're just basically like half-assing everything at every step of the way, or not necessarily everything, but if you're not doing the best and you're always working at a minimal capacity, like, you know, they'll never be able to see, you know, you sort of break through, because they don't want to develop artists anymore. Now we have to do a lot of that on our own, or, you know, hope that, you know, those of us can hopefully like help you guys out, or you find someone who's willing to help you develop yourself as an artist. I see your style, what it should be, where it should go. I feel like every record that you do should be compared to that one record with the black and white video that you have. That's probably my favorite one from you so far, and I feel like, you know, I've said I need you to make a whole album, you know, just based on that sound and criteria. I feel like that could go. If I'm your manager, like, that's what I'm telling you. But yeah, that's it. But let me see. I don't even know. It's too nice though. Let me see. Trina said, let me see. I'm just messing around. Don't get mad. I don't know. Just kidding. No, I know you playing, bro. Cause you know me, man. Let me see. Also, what's good? You know what I'm saying? I suck at saying what's up and so at that. Nah, listen, man, just pop up. So, Christopher Duncanson, you're looking for a record. Look, so you could hit up Carver. I forgot what he goes by when he pops up on YouTube or whatnot. But if you can hit him up, and, you know, I'm sure he'll, you know, either send you the song if it's not on all platforms yet, or we're talking about something different, or you know, link you to something. But let me see the way you do the song Stuck in Your Head, huh? Let me see what I have in my thing. So that one doesn't pull up. And if it's not in there, I'm just trying to remember which one. And if it was an MP3 that he sent, yeah, because that's what it was. So it's probably getting its finishing touches, but just to give people context to what he's talking about or whatnot, he is looking for this.
I know she like testing me. I don't mind when she wanna cook up with me. I'm her chef and she's got all my recipes. Tell me what you want, you can have it your way. I'ma keep it fresh, girl, I'm ready always.
Right?
You already know when I got you all day. We do what we want, we don't care what they say. Yeah, we don't care what they say. We do what we want, we don't care what.
Anyways, all right, back in the cusp right about now, Funk Show Brothers. He sent another one. He upgraded.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie,
Lit Dog trying to get a rebound. Let me see. What up, DJ? What up, DJ? What up, DJ? Okay, let me close this real quick. I know we got a few. Close this.
We keep it pulled up, my boss, mon love. Halo. When it's wicked, really vicious. Never underestimate the power if you listen when I mention. I swear I'm down for mine. Every day on the grind. Naturally and true divine goddess on the west side the Atlantic. Fully automatic for the static. Hopping like a rabbit, nobody's taking for granted wherever you at on the planet. Or broke like a piggy bank, or shaking it, rattling. A petty change will be having it from the triggers to stabbings and other things that be happening without a dollar's go scrap it. Yeah, it's cold, but it's fair everywhere. Where as I creep on down the road, how the story is told. Again. How about where's that go?
He said a second. Skip.
I'm searching for more, like a 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Soldier so cold like the earth roll. Lyrical trooper sniper scope. It's what a brother know from bows and arrows. The death in the shadows, regardless to how you scramble. In water, keep a battle. Up on the run, you skedaddle. Was a gap if you have to in self-defense. Witness this, cushions the lick. I stay high, within the ether galaxy mist. Equipped with guns and clips. I be the first to bomb and will set it off. Triple the times of what they call Holocaust. No offense to the innocent, play the game to win. Ever since I was 10, I wanted to have me a million and win. From million, billion, trillion to now zillions. Knowing it's a dream, still got a money scheme. We call it cha-ching for those who know what it mean. Rise up, cream, get the money, got son if you're hungry. Stop letting one time kill your homies. Bust back like you're in a fight all day and night for life. With that rat-a-tat-tat to the tat. Enemies hit the flow once again, it's on. Welcome to the Terror Dome, duck down from the round that I'm spitting at you now. Thought you knew how to stand your ground, of course. You can get that how you live, it's the business here. From sun up to sundown for those who move the crowd or build the great pyramids. Architecting the round, monks, mounds, ground. Collegeville, Illinois is where it's found now. Although I walk through the valley, oh yeah. Strategy surrounding my neighborhood where I crept, repped, and stepped into my monster acting everywhere my eyes stared and peered. From the smoke of trees in the air, I gotta keep my flock when I walk, it's real talk. By the grace of God, I'm trying to avoid white chalk. I be a green reaper in my vision and a boss. I respect who respects me on earth and it all. I keep stirring around, hoping don't get lost in the sauce.
How much reminds me of Tupac a little bit.
From a certain piece, we call it the claw. I swoop down like a roach and snatch you up with my claw and live the life of a king as I tear you apart. Kamikaze, Illuminati, I'm in your body sitting back.
See, were you channeling Tupac at all somewhere in
the
this
taste
verse?
with some hotties, they love the party.
I can
every
almost
day
sense
grinding
it.
like a soldier. Universally, I'm up in this piece, whether or not you want to see me. Plus, I reign supreme for my reason, by all means. For you enter the center, let you know you're being screened like a movie at the movies or on TV. Can you see what I see? All I could be what I be. About naturally intrusive, I got in State G. Chicago's heat in these streets. I'm the under the sun, posse having fun. One nation under a groove, man. Tell me which Way is up knowledge, cause we soldiers. There's an army on the route. Just showed you. I'm one of us, saluting God. We trust, recruit troops who can shoot through the bulletproof on the roof. That's where I went to school and learned how to utilize
Slow down,
tools.
man.
Rules that went against the rules. Knowing all the time I'm a master Mac out to get the scratch. You best believe that.
Reeve.
West side, the Atlantic. West side, the Atlantic.
West side.
West side, the Atlantic.
Where?
West side, the Atlantic.
Going west side of the Atlantic. All right. So, I will say the production was okay. It did feel more like a throwback-esque kind of, record, you know what I'm saying? Because of that. How you were rapping, like there were some parts that were cool, other parts that I felt like needed a little bit of structure, right? Because it did feel like you just continue to kind of go on and on in terms of like we'll explain it, right? So some artists will write, right? I'm a pattern writer, meaning when I write, I literally write exactly in how I'm saying it. So if I stop, I then go to the next line. It feels like you're the type of writer that you go in and then you just keep going. You don't have like a point where you sort of, all right, I'm gonna stop here so I know to stop when I'm rapping this, and so you kind of just have everything on the page just as the words. Maybe you will put a comma here and there, but then when you go into the booth, you're sort of just like, kind of trying to rap it as however it comes out, and then you keep that sort of take, which I don't necessarily feel like is the best way to do things if that is what's happening. The other aspect is it could be freestyled as well, which I also don't recommend records being, because I feel like structure is the best form of a song, like actually having intro, first verse, last verse, choruses. I mean, I threw everything out of whack right now by explaining it. I don't know why I did that, but you know what I'm saying? Just having a structure. And I tell you things, right? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you allowing me to give you feedback, at all. Just know that, like, I do engineer, I do record, I do mix and master. And there are things that I would have you sort of deliver differently if I'm literally right in front of you while you're recording certain things and whatnot. I'll be like, you know what, if you say it like this, it'll probably hit a little bit harder. And then because you're doing it, because you have to think about not just the content. You're gonna put out, you're gonna rap, you sing, you're gonna put out whatever content for everybody. You're gonna put out your content for the people, but how you put down that content will determine how they take it in. If it feels like you're just saying it, they're gonna hear it, but they're not gonna want to say it with you and like memorize it to where they're rapping it every time your song comes on, right? And it doesn't feel like certain parts have that quotable kind of thing. And then at some point it did feel like you were kind of channeling a little bit of Tupac, not with like the energy and like the sound of your voice, but like the way he would sort of like flow and kind of rap on a beat. And then you started saying certain words that he would say, like Illuminati and like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, he had to have been channeling some Tupac in some way. Even the beat could be loosely based on or inspired by, kind of a classic kind of Pac, song or whatnot. But you tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Overall, I do appreciate your lyricism and, your realism, with it or whatnot. There's a certain small aspect about you where like you're almost like a Method Man, but like not with, like Method Man has more of like a I'm trying to be funny kind of personality while also being dope, and you don't have the sort of like I'm trying to entertain in that way. Like the funnest that I think you've had is on still my favorite record, where it feels like an oldies kind of track or whatnot, and I'm like, that one right there is very interesting. just everything, you know, comes together sort of like in, you know, at least what I feel is the nicest way or whatnot. But yeah, not bad, not bad.
Excuse me, mister. Do you like to eat chicken?
All right, let's go back in the free line. Let's go back in the free line and see where we're at. I appreciate y'all. We got about an hour to spare. So thank you for your patience as we're rolling. Thank you for sending a Spotify as well. You sent an Apple Music first. I was like, well, we don't play Apple Music, so good luck. But you sent a Spotify. Was you see? That's how you do your due diligence right there, man. What up? What up and what's poppin'? I don't know what the hell is happening, but I see you talking a lot of times. I would've freaking let you out up and talk, but I don't know how the
Diamonds
hell.
in the club, you know I'm shining. Cash coming different ways, I keep on thumbing. Green thong on her ass, look like money. Flexing without trying, niggas starting to act funny. She wanna settle down, I said not right now. I just want the money, money, money. Being out the game, still running things. Lean Calipari, real motion, no Tyler Perry.
Nigga ain't no Tyler Perry. My little hoe like Halle Berry. I'm in that van, that's highly scary. My lights get home Mariah Carey. I be on the interstate. Nigga, I ain't slow.
See, like this. I just want to point it out right away. That's all I want to do, right? You see how he like punched in like a few words, then came in with the. You didn't even have to do that, man. That's what I be talking about, man. You guys try to look at it in a whole different way, but like there are things that you guys do sometimes that's just unnecessary that don't really allow you guys to shine as artists. If you learn, like, do your verse however you want, but then redo it. Always redo it. If you punch in like too many times, like just know, like, you know, we're gonna hear that and it's gonna add to or take away how we feel about, you know, your whole approach.
She gon' give me head, congratulations, gave me cap and gown. I went in my head, that's the reason I was out of town. That bitch, she look like Penny Proud. I'm trying to take the money shot. I'm driving like 1,000 miles. Keep smoking gas, I'm wild now. Don't give a fuck what they talk about. I cannot stop, I'm on the run. Yeah, me and my niggas up in the club, yeah, we wild now. Got a couple jokes up in my deck, I gotta take them out.
And the chorus is kind of monotone.
Yeah, I done played the fool too many times, I play your pop. Yeah, I wear Nike, not Reebok. I can fly, don't ride, feel out. Dress well like Basquiat, then I got in that boy out. Put the pins with the pots, then I dance.
A lot more people talking about Basquiat.
Understand who I am, I'm the man and the guy.
Diamonds in the club, you know I'm shining. Cash coming different ways, I keep on thumbing. Green thong on her ass, look like money. Flexing without trying, niggas starting to act funny. She wanna settle down, I said not right now. I just want the money, money, money. Being out the game, still running things. Lean Calipari.
I don't know. I kind of want to hit that button and stuff like that.
I think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I just... I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the gunship?
Oh, right. You're talking about you were going to send a diss track against somebody or something like that. And then, listen. Yeah, there was some dude who was trying to send a diss towards you. And it was whack sauce with cheese. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, listen. But listen, so this right here, it's not that it's like a complete bad song, right? Like there's some saving graces. You just gotta be able to want to freaking polish yourself, period. You want to be the best artist and not just someone who, you know, is you know, artist 500,086 to make the same type of record, you know, same type of situation. It's not even about that. It's more like, so with the chorus, I thought it was too monotone. We kind of did it in the same tone the whole way or whatnot, right? And then my theory is like, if you're gonna use tones at all, actually do something melodic, like for real. Or just straight up rap whatever you're doing. don't use a freaking tone like you're about to sing something and you go somewhere, but you just stay in the same one note. It sounds monotone like that. And certain people will get bored. They'll think like, you know, that's all you can do. They'll assume every record you have is in that tone, right? And some people will only ever hear you once in their lifetime. You guys may not believe that. You may not. There are some people who will never be heard ever by some person on the planet, and then there are those that will, you know, at least be heard once. But like, you know, what you want is, you know, you want to at least be played, and for people to get to hear you and you get that recognition, right? For them to know that you are, you know, an artist, that you're out there, you know, and what essentially you sound like. Let me go ahead and get back in the free line once again as we proceed. All right, we got New Blicky with Blessed. Let's go ahead and throw you on in there. Thank you. You little top with a rose. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do I eat them? I don't know what to do with. Can I smush all of the roses? I'm gonna grab them. I'm just gonna put them over here. They don't show up on the screen like that for me, so that would be funny though. Appreciate that though. I appreciate that. All right, we're back in.
Hate a hoe who lay up in foot raw, but still don't want no kids. Your brother step for you, he gotta go, bitch, please control your kin. All my L's I faced ain't dropped my head, I took them on the chin. Got closer with my brothers, low on trust, I been cut off my friends. Was down bad on my dick, they ain't front shit, be damn, I let him in. He said he ain't gon' slide, but he was joking. Kill his ass for playing, get close up on that melon. When you blow, it's gon' make you a man. I turned the family up, boy, this shit lit been running through them bags. He play, he gotta die, boy, this shit business. Can't fuck up, don't get no fuck by who you is. Can lose your hand for going inside that stand. Bitch, spin shit like
I see what you remix.
Come up with cash. Boy, I swear this shit get worse than your mama tryna whoop your ass. Niggas play with this shit big now, be damn if we gon' give a pass. Let some hot shit fly about this man.
It's New Blicky with Blessed.
On your ass, boy. Ain't let us in, had to keep it on us. All in traffic with a G-lock on my hip. Nigga play ain't going for nothing. I'm sending 30 out this clip. That bitch get flipped. See the lights cut up and traffic shit get ripped. He at the 5 talking about the business. Best believe he gon' get deal. Can put some money on his head, but I go get his ass myself. If I need help, I'm calling business. Ain't too many niggas I trust. The junkyard booming, shop with us. Ain't got no paper, ain't finna fuss. Little bitch, you broke. Gotta catch a player. They won't in with us. 3-5 for 27, 40. This shit smoking, plus it's cheap. If you know you spoke on tags when I see you, bitch, beat your feet. This shit get deep. Pop out no mask in the Glock like yes, it's me. You put Montana in your song, the boy smoke, don't message me. Put on my fit, I'm packing. He can't have no tailor dressing me. I can't come up, but fuck your street, boy. That shit sweet like sesame. It ain't no cheat sheet to this shit. Your ass can die for testing me. Get out of line and I straight shit up like a spine. Get blessed from me.
Alright. So that was about 2 minutes, give or take. I see the remix that you did within there, which is, you know, pretty decent. I was like trying to figure it out like half the time. And I was like, oh, that's that Jay and you know what I'm saying, Kanye and shit like that, right? And you know, nonetheless, right, I do like when artists, you know, if they're gonna remix something, that they do go that route with changing the beat in some way. You know, I've gotten tired of just the typical let me just rap to that exact instrumental, you know, kind of situation, because we've heard it, you know, already. We've heard the song from the artist, and you know, most likely in some cases we've worn that out already. So hearing a different artist on the same beats, you know, don't necessarily do much for us. However, you change it up a little bit, you know, add some, you know, drums, maybe change the speed or something like that. It sort of helps out. The other thing though, right, and one of the things that a lot of you guys kind of do is like you have this missed opportunity of not actually trying to, you know, like coincide with the thing you're sampling, right? And the best example I can give is like, you know, if an artist sampled an Aaliyah song, right? And then they basically just get on and rap about anything, and then that's the record, and then it goes out. But instead, what they could have done is actually pay homage to Aaliyah, right? Come up with a song where some of the lyrics will pay homage to like her song titles, maybe the one specifically that would be sampled or something like that. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? Because the bigger that the song gets, people are going to, you know, talk about that aspect. And in some cases, the artist will be asked like what they think about, you know, that version of a record, and you want them to feel like you've paid homage, you know, and as opposed to what, let me go sue, you know, because why would they, you know what I'm saying, do that? And I don't agree with the record that, you know what I mean? Like, do what you can in those cases, whether it's, you know, I'll use another example. If you sampled Star Wars or Rick and Morty or Walking Dead, you know, those are TV shows and movies, right? In those aspects, you know, the fans who are familiar with what you're sampling, they're gonna expect you to sort of like have at least a loosely themed record to that thing. So if you don't name any of the situations, characters, or even talk about just certain aspects in a line or two, like, then people will feel like, you know, you're a little bit of a poser with that thing, and you're kind of just not attached to the instrumental, which for some artists are fine. Like, you know, everyone can't know where something comes from, right? Some producers are anime fans and they'll sample their favorite anime and just make a beat with it. And then, you know, if they're lucky enough to get it to an artist, you know, they do that. But if that artist doesn't watch that anime, right, they're not going to be, you know, akin to it. However, you know, like, I'm someone who like would like to sit down and do that work. I feel like it's worth it. You know, the fans champion you when you actually know your shit within that context, right? You know, that's why a lot of the if you haven't heard of nerdcore yet, like, they are literal to the point where, like, you know, they'll sample Zelda and then make a song, you know, as if they were in the game, right? And so fans of the game, like, they immediately will gravel to, you know, those songs because they're a fan. They want to see like how well the artist did, and you know, if they're actually, you know what I'm saying, dope, is it corny, you know. But it's always fun to see those that are willing to go full-fledged, like every line has to do with the thing, and you're literally rapping and, you know, either telling the story from the point of view of, you know, the show, or like you in the thing. You said, I love Aaliyah, because I said, and then what do you say? Let me know, you know what I'm saying? Let me know that I feel like, oh, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to tell you so. May not be in the mood to learn what you think, you know. Let me see. And he said, yeah, it was pretty good. I'd go 5. When a song is already good, it has to be Lil Wayne back in the day when he would do it good. So you mean like that mixtape era, right? Where he would just go and, you know, kind of be on. So like, that's a good point too, right? He's probably one of the few artists that, like, when he would spit on, you know, sort of the different beats, it was more entertaining because he was actually rapping, but also the Wayne we knew back in the days wouldn't do that. Like, literally we lived in an industry where, like, the camps would normally stay within their own camp, right? So Cash Money would stay within their confines and make songs with each other. So it's all, you know, Lil Wayne, BG, Turk, Juvenile, Big Timers and stuff like that. And No Limit, them doing stuff with their own, you know, artists. And then every once in a while they'd branch out, maybe like an 8-Ball, MJG, Bone Thugs, you know, something like that. Snoop Dogg, right? And then Snoop Dogg and the East Siders and stuff like that. But you know, when Wayne started hopping on other things that we thought we'd never hear him on, it showed us a different side of him that, like, yo, like, who, like, where did he come from, right? Because literally, if you listen to Wayne in that first era of Cash Money, he was still rapping, but you didn't get the aspect of, like, I'm hip hop, right? Like, let me spit bars, you know, every line, like try to come up with something dope. Like something changed in him at a certain point where he just made that sort of conscious decision to like, you know what, let me try to make sure I come up with the most outlandish, like dope lines that I can, and try to, you know, maintain that throughout, you know, most songs that I do. Outside of course, the more auto-tune centric melodic ones and stuff like that. But all right, let's go ahead and continue. Let me make sure we can hop back into the free line and stuff like that. Again, it's 100% free to submit to our show. But you can pay to skip if you want to get played immediately. We're trying to get you guys in as fast as we can though. Let's see.
Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
All right, David, we got you. This is How About Us cover, but like, let me see if it's with the, you know, listen, you know how we feel about certain things. Let me see. Like, is it the same instrumental? At 3 o'clock, we'll jump into 1 minute mode.
And if the fire's out, we should both be gone. Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? Some people can hold it together.
Bad beats on purpose to show again. Not all of them were bad though.
And let's don't keep it hanging on.
Like if I'm being honest,
and if the fire's out, we should both
maybe like
be
three were terrible.
Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? Yeah. Some people can hold it together. Right throughout the kinds of the weather. Oh, can we?
By the way, I should have another my full review for in the studio with my gun should be up in like 5 minutes on the tube. If you guys want to go leave a comment over there. Go leave a comment on the short as well. Like if I could get y'all to really create a community behind the post.
Don't get me wrong. What you saying to me, baby? Cause I'm not trying now to end it all. It's just that I have seen. What have you seen? Too many lovers' hearts lose their dreams. We can do this. Ooh. Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life. How about us? Some people can hold it together. Last throughout the kinds of the weather. Can we? How about us? How about us, baby? How about us? How about us, baby? How about us?
I'm not up in it, listen. And I'm not up in the kitchen.
Some people are made for each other. Some people can love one another for life.
I feel like I should be in the group.
How about us? Some people can hold it together. Rise through the times of the weather. Can we?
What would this sound like if it was very fast?
Always makes me laugh.
That just sounds normal. It's a cover. Stop. It's a cover, so the vocals, stuff like that, need to come up. Just polish, mix wise, all that good stuff. It sounded good though. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think covers have two different sort of goals, right? Either you're trying to get as close to the original as possible and, you know, just be someone who can like recreate the record in its, you know, existence basically. Or you're someone who needs to make it yours, which, you know, I feel like it is usually the better option, right? Because as I said, with when you're sampling something, there's just more opportunity for you to get the original artist's attention when you pay it homage, yet you do something a little bit different. Like, and it becomes bigger because, oh hey, it's that song but like this now. Like, that's kind of dope. You know what I mean? Think about it how remember the song from Michael Jackson, you know, Annie, Are You Okay? Right? You know what I'm saying? His song was, you know, of course, you know, more of a pop record or whatnot, as he was a pop artist or whatnot. But then I think Alien Ant Farm or something like that got to it and made like a punk rock, you know, kind of version of it. Yeah, you're okay. Are you okay? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it takes it to a different kind of vibe, right? There's different instruments. There's you know, there's just different things happening. So it doesn't feel like they're just trying to do the same exact song, even though they technically are, but like, you know, with extra elements. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. If you're new, send your music to our email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Let me see. You said our post on YouTube like the videos, and I've never seen YouTube posts before. So there's two things, right? I am mainly talking about the videos, right? The like, you know, the videos, like, so if, hold on, let me just go. If you were to go to my channel, right? Let me just see what you'd see. Right? So as soon as you go to my channel, at least as soon as I just freaking went or whatnot, it went to I guess, well, no, it gives me the ability to post. So my post will actually, no wait, that's not even the right one. Hold on. Give me a second real quick. Give me a second. Hold on. Let's try it now. All right, then go to my channel. All right. Yeah, see, that's why I was like, what the freak? That's not what you see. So when you go to my channel, this is the first thing you see, right? You know what I'm saying? You'll probably see the live, and then our, you know, whatever I think is most recent in terms of, you know, the lives that we've, you know, previously done, I think is in the For You section. The live now is there. Full episodes. I mean, I need to probably clean this up a little bit more, but there's the skip and clip reviews. Let me do it like this. So if you go to videos, for example, right, let's show you there all the Carter, like the full reviews for all the songs that I've done so far on Carter are there. If you go to the shorts, right, There's those versions as well, and the shorts will also accompany, you know, different songs, you know, sent from others and stuff like that. We can sort of show y'all. This is the one that I did today so far. Will I get through this one? Hold up. Anyways, hold on. It wasn't gonna play. Let me go to this one just so we don't get cut.
I am smooth like butter, I flow like no other. I stay underground till I'm dead, pushing flowers. I've been the wave to major ways since back in the day. I say I ain't never changed. Great separation. I learned levitation.
There's a line, so you'd have to skip the line if you want it played now, or you have to wait in that line. We're on multiple platforms. So, anyways, right? So I'll post the shorts and the videos. Go leave a comment. You know, just, you know, support whatever pops up through. If I see enough sort of comments on a lot of the posts, I will start doing giveaways via that method as well. There was something else that I wanted to look at. I forgot about the community ones. Hold on. One more. What is it doing? It's just gonna play it anyways. Alright. I have to close it. If you go to the post area, I'm trying to vote on what I should do a reaction to next. Oh my gosh, man. I forgot I could do that. I forgot I could mute it. So I have a post that chooses what I should do a full reaction to next, like album wise. I have Tokens, I'm Not Supposed to Be Here on there. Redman's Muddy Waters 2, Snoop Dogg Missionary. I still haven't done either of those yet. And then 2 Chainz plus Larry J and Alchemist album that I was like, what? Like how, Sway? So those are ones that I'm still thinking of. And you can go vote and comment sort of on what you guys think is there. And then again, all the posts, I guess, from the show, but we'll see what's up. Let's go back in the lineup right now. Thank you. Let me see where we're at. It's about 2:30. We got about maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half to spare of the rest of the show. So we'll continue going as much as we can. Let me see. Per Caso. Let's go ahead and throw you in. As Chungus. Hold up. Well, if it isn't old Mr. Chungus, boy. Nowhere. Appreciate you, man.
Maybe I'll try.
Hopefully you're not AI.
I know you've never seen the side of me before. You know I won't get
Reminds me of like an 80s kind of joint. Attachments and stuff like this because I love 80s.
She's in my life again, stuck in my mind again. She's very hard again, coming my life again.
Like Duran Duran.
To be or not to be, I'd rather never be. You say I do whatever that you would ask of me. Say that you love me, say that you love me, say that you love me. That you love me, love. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's hard to let go.
Not bad. That was different.
That was different. That was it. That was this and that's a different. Master kitchen. That's a missing. What did you guys think about that one right there? Listen, man, I got hints of like Duran Duran, The Cure, you know, Andy Patch Mode, you know what I'm saying, all in one in this record, man. And I appreciate the sounds and everything utilized, man. Like, you know, to be able to recreate that sound, right? I mean, I've always been looking to see, you know, how, you know what I mean? And it's always interesting to me when there's somebody new that can recreate, you know, those sounds and the feel. Like, you know, you got in there pretty much, you know, on point with even the effects and everything that I would have wanted, you know, for it if I was, you know, assuming it was an 80s centric, you know what I'm saying, kind of record. So not bad within that. And yeah, what do you say? He said it felt like Back to the Future and stuff like that. Man, that would be dope. What you think about Stranger Things? Could it be potentially on that movie? Let them know. Hunter D. George, you should be coming up next. Again, we are in the free line. And again, in about 20 minutes, we'll jump into 1 minute mode. That means we will be playing any remaining Freeline records for 1 minute. Let's see if we can get through with you guys before that, but we don't. It's called Wandering. Song for a montage where they were riding bikes at school dance. Exactly. We made it to the school dance without dying, guys. It was a tough year, but we made it, right? Like that type of shit. Made it to the end of the year. Like, listen, I can sit down, but I'ma probably be at the end of my chair, freaking and fall down. People like, who the hell you gonna call now? There's a lot of people who hopping over the wall. How can you climb that high? Matter of fact, you know what? Listen, I am not that. I don't know. Like, I do what I don't. What's up with it? What's up with it though? A lot of times, you know what, man, I'm been spitting flows. This is so freaking cool, but you know that I'm freaking kind of hot right now because it's summer, and I hope that Chris is cold when Christmas goes to a whole place, but I don't know what the hell that this is, so.
There's a lot of times I don't know the people, I don't even know how the hell they get down. They don't know what the hell they're gonna do, but the mama doesn't know my name.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Every time I be looking at you, it's because you know you're crazy.
What I mean, I'm just letting your thing ride though. I did technically do it last time, I think. So I got out all the energy that I needed. I got out all the energy. Like, listen, there's a lot of songs and beats that y'all be sending me. I'm friendly, which is why when you send a beat, freaking, I'm gonna rap on it, and hopefully I'll be on the shit longer than like a centipede, that I can go places and people to pop up freaking saying random stupid ass things because it's so racist. Man, I'm gonna take this to places where I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'm hopefully gonna tape it in. You made me want to come back. So, you know what I like about this? So this beat feels like a thinking kind of beat, you know? Since we're on the same subject of like Stranger Things, it would be just a moment when they're like trying to come up with like a plan or something. You know what I mean? Like, man, we need a plan or or whatnot. And it's like, it's just something where it's something where they're waiting, you know, for something to happen and they're just bored. And you see a little bit of a montage of them doing that or whatnot. Or perhaps a sort of long journey in the jungle kind of walk kind of scenario for another show or film or something like that. In terms of an actual, you know, song, I'm trying to think of specific artists that I would hear on it. Because it could fluctuate when it comes to either a singer or a rapper, right? You know, and it really depends on like what it would be for or whatnot. But I've started learning like not to always relegate everything to needing to be a beat that somebody gets on, right? Some things are like, put this in a freaking video game, put this in a movie, put it in, you know what I'm saying, like just that right moment or whatnot. Like it'll still, you know, hit in a certain way. And like, if there are people who hear something that they like they'll always still find a way to rap to it anyways, right? They'll go and like, oh man, I love that little thing that was in this movie, and then they'll kind of like sample that. I remember sampling something from like Spider-Man or some shit, but like I couldn't get the soundtrack itself, so I had tried to switch it with something. Well, no, I just sampled the scene anyways. Now we have like stem removal though, so I could technically sample it in the right way that I wanted to. Let me see.
Taco Bell's new crispy chicken tacos and burritos are so delicious.
Wait, Taco Bell's a
chicken place now? Nope, they're a taco
Bro,
place.
So those crispy chicken tacos, man. I promise you, man. That freaking thing that happens on freaking SoundCloud is gonna affect you guys, because at some point, if I am not able to skip this thing, I will just not play the record. Cause like, look, I'm pressing everything, and it's not even gonna let me. It's not even gonna let me skip it. Get out of here. I am not playing a full 1 minute ad before this. I'm just leaving. All right, let me load it back in, and hopefully that works. But like, that does get annoying. Hold on. And now it doesn't want to play. It's like, nah, fam. You didn't hook it up.
Trino.
This is Trino Cap Freestyle.
It really said I fell off. So I'm coming back, bitch. That's some real shit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I can tell he mad. I can tell that you were mad. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do, but you know what? I'm chilling here taking a bath. Everyone, baby, let's go.
You dropped the diss track against me. That shit was asses more softer than frizzy. Talk out your ass, you can still never get me. You on your feelings, I sit here and laugh. Man, he can't even speak, what the fuck is he saying? He think he fucking with me, he just crazy. You need to come like it hit you and miss you. Department boy, I told him turn that shit. Looking for clout when you ain't getting shit. If you come at the man, then you bet it makes sense. I make way better fans than they fucking my shit. I'm inspired by Wayne over lie to spit. I come up the fire, I murdered the pit. That's not the Dawson, but where you get big. I'm like a hog, I know where I'ma mix. I'm going hard to be there like a trend. I know know it's smart, you just gauge it gets. Don't ever start, cause I turn into F, baby. Losing this breath of me trying to catch weight. No one can hold me, cause if it's a bad case, gotta control me, I get in the mad face. I suck the rollie, by foot, who gon' track me? I'm not your homie, I know that I rack heat. Sicker than nothing, we fucking get nasty. I'm really huffing and puffing, you try. When I get smoked, you was asking to die. I never cope when I stay in my mind. So why are you fucking with me just to fall? Poke the hoe, go make the base in the wall. They said I fell off, but I choose to go off. I'm being murdered and knowing the dummies. I'm feeling bad at my next heat is coming. What can you tell me? My next shit they humming. No, I ain't lying, I'm fly as a tropic. I let the beat stop, what if you stop it? Get my meat, don't even try it. I put my feet up and spit like a riot. You don't know shit but us, you need some guidance. Riding my dick is up, get off my private. He off the list, he suck. That nigga ruckus, sound like you beat pants, show some respect. You wear a V-neck, choking your neck. Your shit is weakened and we that is wet. Ain't no but sneaking me, I shoot his flesh. While I'm with heat and me, low like a drag. If any heat going, throw it in the trash. Only drop heat if I want it on my dash. You don't chick me, you want me to shit like your ass. Only one view, no light, I'ma laugh. This what you get, pay the price when I snap. You was never lit, no finest app when you rap. Still got the stick and it's madder than the chat. All these bitches silly, really thinking I can rap. I'ma get a belly, I'ma kill it on the fucking chat. I'ma pip a bitch if she sending all these red flags. Shot by my post, I'ma finish your ass. Fuck with the goat, I'ma tend it haul ass. Put gas in the whip, I don't see nobody pass. I been asking your bitch and she fuck with my track. Nigga.
Everyone be telling me what the fuck, bro? Just like restarted and shit. What's 1 to 10? Any of you guys are welcome. So I do feel like you kind of stepped it up a little bit or whatnot, right? Like I could tell, you know what I mean? Because sometimes like I'm always talking about the energy and, you know, just you getting in there, hopefully with a more aggressive, you know, sort of, you know, hard hitting style. Because I always feel like people will take you more serious, and it depends on what you're saying, right? You should have more personality if you're trying to go for more funny. If you're trying to go for, you know, like serious, it's like you get in there and, you know, up the energy and the sort of, you know, hardness or whatnot. And it felt like you did it at least, you know, halfway. So I appreciate that. You got in there, tried to, you know, get the bars in terms of like how this record goes. It's definitely decent. You picked the right kind of production for you know, something like that. You know, just need to stick the landing with pretty much, you know, the full on extent of the energy. Like, what do you truly sound like, right? If like, you know, someone really came at you in a certain way and you really want to, you know, like I need to see like how high you can sort of like get in terms of, you know, that level, because I feel like there's definitely something to it. Let me see what's up, my friend. Let me see what is up. Yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm gonna play one more. I'm probably gonna get off after this, but I'll come back in like a few hours or whatnot, right? So don't fret. I gotta get something to eat. Wait, what do you mean screen recording makes it hard to hear?
It's groovy, bitch. Come outside, we are ready for the function. Come inside, know you ready for the fucking. What?
How do you record?
She on top with no introduction. She free. I love it when she put it on me. With John, I don't even have to make a scene. Hey, baby, get in that zone. Let me in
oh,
the
man.
house and ask for more. Baby, got us, she close that door. Then I do it till she can't no more. Baby, listen down how I like it. Yeah, let me see you ride it. Let me get inside it. Oh, we fighting those demons and yeah, she my type and she said it feel right. Come outside, we are ready for the function. Come inside, know you ready for the fucking. Ain't gon' lie, don't wanna be bluffing, but she on top with no introduction. outside, we all ready for the function. Come inside, know you ready for the fucking. Ain't gon' lie, don't wanna be bluffing, but she on top with no introduction, no introduction. Party at the function, get fucked up with no repercussions. Now we fucking, all reproduction. She wanna have my baby, that's the end of the discussion. Baby, let me take you on a trip to the sunny side. You a bad bitch, I ain't gon' lie. If you throw it in my face, I ain't gon' let it slide. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Bitch touch down, she lit out the joint. Feel too good.
So you feel like you're waiting to hear Blueface?
It's the way we fuck, it's the way we collide. Come outside, we all ready for the function. Come inside, know you ready for the fucking. Ain't lie, don't wanna be bluffing, but she on top with no introduction. Come outside, we all ready for the function. Come inside, know you ready for the fucking. Ain't gon' lie, don't wanna be bluffing, but she on top with no introduction.
If a Blueface getting on a song, he could get on it, and I don't even really even like know if he would spit on it, but usually go fast. I don't even know what the hell. Like, listen. I appreciate the vibe, you know what I'm saying, on this record, man. You know, there's a very specific style for it. I do agree, it does feel like something that we would hear Blueface on. Maybe a collab between Blueface, Kendrick, and Lil Wayne for some reason. I don't know why, you know, but it does feel like something that goes close to, you know what I'm saying, there. You know, I mean, you hit everything that you needed to. My brain is gonna explode right now. That's why I'm freaking leaving. But we'll be back in a few hours, so make sure that you guys are following us on all platforms. And again, just as a reminder, you know, if you guys can, like, listen. I'm trying to maximize the exposure that we're all able to get with all the platforms, you know, that we're on. And so I want to, over the course of the next, you know, couple of months, like, really have posts coming every day. I don't want to miss a day without posting at least once. I want to eventually up those to like 2 or 3 a day if I can or whatnot, but it does take some time to edit different, you know, videos and reactions. But, you know, it's hard to try to find out what that thing is that make people want to go in and leave their 2 cents, right? And just automatically want to comment and stuff like that, right? And so I have to at least let you guys know that they exist, so you know to do the due diligence. And again, if I start seeing like at least 20 comments, you know what I'm saying, per sort of thing or whatnot, again, I can pull from, you know, the names that I see there, and then put you guys on a wheel, and, you know, start giving out, you know, things, you know, skips within, you know, or for our freaking show, all that good stuff, you know, pertaining. So we'll see what's up, but cheer.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so